field, number 42, Chris Katz. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 32, Jack Canizaro. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 2, Jalen Evans. Hitting sixth and doing the catching, number 35, Matt Delgado. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 34, Ethan Murdoch. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 13, Brett Weringer. And batting ninth is the shortstop, number 27, Spencer Butt. On the mound this evening for Harrisonburg from the Bulldogs of Wingate is number 22, Carson Morton. Morton, the starting pitcher tonight for the Harrisonburg Turks, who are coached by Bob Weiss. The assistant coaches, Joel Bernasek, Matt Majewski, and Ian Oslett. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as we do honor America here at Veterans Memorial Park with the singing of our national anthem tonight, sung by Teresa Weitzel. Ladies and gentlemen, Teresa Weitzel with tonight's national anthem. Your umpires for tonight's Valley League contest, calling the balls and strikes, Mr. Brandon Merritt.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of the Valley Baseball League. It's a beautiful night for baseball here at Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Park in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Your Harrisonburg Turks taking on the Tom Sox of Charlottesville in a rematch of last year's 2023 Valley Baseball League Championship. The Turks looking to extend their win streak to 3, while Charlottesville looks to get another win on the board. The Turks coming off of a 12th inning victory last night against the Stanton Braves, hoping to repeat their success here tonight. Warming up on the mound for the Turks, number 22, the product out of Wingate, Carson Morton. Starting off tonight's game for the Tom Sox, the shortstop, number 2, Ryan Wynn. Umpire gets things settled in here as we await the first pitch. Here's Morton. and a foul ball to start off tonight's game. Looks like we may have a cracked bat here for strike number 1. Wynn's going to go ahead and trade it out. Interesting way to start tonight's ball game. Wynn settling back in the batter's box here. Morton waiting the sign. The pitch. And hits Wynn in the back, and that will walk batter number 1. Batting second for the Tom Sox, the right fielder, number 8, Tommy Roldan. Low and inside, that'll be the first strike of the night. Morton eyes down the runner. 0-1 pitch. Deep ball to left field. Fielder is running after it. Makes the catch. No tag up from the runner. That'll be the first out of tonight's ball game. Now stepping up to the batter's box for the Tom Sox, the center fielder, number 9, Johnny Lopez. The pickoff attempt. No good. Runner is safe at first. Maybe a little bit more of a warning throw here. Here's Morton. Foul tip over the left field bleachers for strike number 1. Morton settles in. 0-1 pitch. Inside for strike number 2. Morton. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike number 3 and out number 2 here in the top of the first. Runner on first for the Tom Sox. Now approaching the plate, the catcher, number 30, Robbie Levy. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike number 1. Morton. Swings for the fences, but no dice. Strike number 2. Morton a chance to retire the side here. Runner leading off on first. The throw. High over the plate for ball number 1. Here's Morton, the 1-2 pitch. A high ball to left field. Hitter settling under it. Makes the catch for out number 3. Runner stranded on second. No hits, no runs, no errors for the Tom Sox as we enter the bottom of the first. Approaching the visitors' dugout is Charlottesville Tom Sox head coach, the former Pittsburgh Pirate Randy Tomlin, who pitched in 106 Major League games across his 5-year career in the Bigs. Tomlin joins the Sox while also serving as the head coach of Liberty Christian Academy in Lynchburg. In his 12 seasons at Liberty Christian, the Bulldogs have won 4 state championships. Tomlin hopes to bring his success over to the Tom Sox. Now warming up on the mound for the Charlottesville Tom Sox, number 33, Hudson Trobaugh. Leading off for the Turks to start tonight's ball game, the center fielder, number 20, Anthony Pascal. Umpire calling time here. Looks like he's having a word with the home dugout. Pascal settling back in. Here's the pitch. Almost a swing there, and that's going to be strike number 1. Low and outside for Trobaugh's first ball of the night. Trobaugh. Pascal watches it go by for strike number 2. Counts now 1-2, no outs here in the bottom of the first. 1-2 pitch. High and outside for ball number 2. Here's Trobaugh. A swing and a miss for strike number 3. Now approaching the plate for your Harrisonburg Turks, the designated hitter, number 30, Cam Nelson. Nelson pokes it just past the right baseline for strike number 1. Trobaugh, though, 1 pitch. Low and inside for ball number 1. Pitch. And a good eye by Nelson for ball number 2. 2-1 count here, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Nelson looking to get things started for the Turks. Another ball low and inside for ball number 3. Trobaugh. And a foul tip by Nelson. That'll be strike number 2, and we have a first full count of the night. Trobaugh back on the mound. A 3-2 pitch. Low and inside, and Trobaugh's first walk of the night. Now approaching the plate for the Turks, the left fielder, number 42, Chris Katz. Trobaugh is down the runner. The pitch. Almost a swing there. And umpire's going to call that ball one. One out here, bottom of the first. Runner on first for the Turks. Katz at the plate, hoping to get something started here. And umpire's going to call that strike one. Katz settles back in. The 1-1 pitch. And a line drive just past the right baseline for strike number 2. Counts now 1-2, 1 out. Troballing down the runner. The throw. And once again, just past the right field baseline, count remains 1-2. Katz, the product out of Wake Forest, looking to build some momentum here for the Turks. Runner on first, no runs scored so far, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And a bit of a error by the catcher, and runner will advance to second. Counts now 2-2, runner in scoring position for the Turks. Here's Trobaugh. A line drive to right field. Runner is going to go for home. And the Turks get things started early and take the lead here in the bottom of the first. An RBI single for number 42, Christopher Katz. Now approaching the plate for the Harrisonburg Turks, the first baseman, number 32, Jack Canizaro. High and outside, and that'll be strike number 1. Trobaugh. Low and inside for ball number 1. Canizaro playing on his home turf. Currently a junior here at James Madison University. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike number 2. Count is now 1-2, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Turks with an early lead, up 1. Runner on first. Hudson Trobaugh on the mound. The 1-2 pitch. And that'll be ball number 2. Counts now 2-2. The throw. And this time a line drive to left field. A single for Canizaro. Runners advance. Runners now on first and second. Still one out. One run on the board for the Turks. Now in the batter's box for your Harrisonburg Turks, the second baseman, number 2, Jalen Evans. Evans, the Wingate product, looking to extend the Turks' lead. First pitch is high and outside for ball number 1. True ball, the pitch. No swing for strike number 1. True ball, eyes down the runner. The 1-1 pitch. And still no swing and a good eye for ball number 2. Runners leading off. Here's Strobaugh. Wide and outside, and that'll be ball number 3. Counts now 3-1, 1 out. Swing and a foul ball by Evans just over the right field bleachers. And we've got a full count. Here's Strobaugh. 3-2 pitch is low and inside, and he will walk Evans. Bases now loaded for the first time tonight. Turks a chance to extend their lead here in the bottom of the first. Up to bat now for the Turks, the catcher, number 35, Matt Delgado. Here's Strobaugh. Delgado pokes it out to right center. Fielder is going to settle under it. Makes the catch. Runners are going to go. A little bit of a wild throw to home, and the Turks are up 2-0. Now up to bat, the right fielder, number 34, Ethan Murdoch. Murdoch with runners on first and third, 2 outs, and a chance to continue to extend the Turks' lead. Strobaugh settling in. Here's the throw. Low and outside for ball number 1. Murdoch settling in. Counts now 2-0. 2 outs here. Runners on first and third. Runner's going to go. And no throw. Evans is now safe at second. 2 runners now in scoring position for the Turks. Count is 3-0. A chance to make the bases loaded once again. Turks already having scored 2 in the bottom of the first here. Chance to make it more. Try ball, the 3-0 pitch. That'll be strike number 1. The throw. High and outside, and the bases are loaded once again for the Turks. Now at the plate, batting 8th in the order, the third baseman, number 13, Brett Waringer. Little timeout here. Looks like the coach is going to come out and have a word with Hudson Trobaugh. If you're just now joining us, Harrisonburg Turks leading the Charlottesville Tom Sox by a score of 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded. Brett Waringer at the plate for the Turks. It's a beautiful night for baseball, about 75 degrees here in Harrisonburg. As always, a huge thank you for tuning in to the Valley Baseball League. The Valley Baseball League is funded in part by a donation from Major League Baseball. And speaking of Major League Baseball, leading the staff for the Charlottesville Tom Sox is former Pittsburgh Pirate Randy Tomlin, who pitched in 106 Major League games across his 5-year career in the Bigs. Wenger now stepping into the box. 2 outs, nothing on the count. Low and outside for ball number 1. Here's Trobaugh. Another ball low and outside, and that'll be ball number 2. Sun peeking out over the clouds here. The 2-0 pitch. Puts it over the plate for strike number 1. Runner's eager for a base hit here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Waringer, no swing, watches it go by for strike number 2. Trobaugh now a chance to retire the side. Bases loaded. Hoping to prevent any momentum from building here for the Turks. Turks already up 2. Shakes off the sign. Here's the 2-2 throw. High and outside, and another full count in the bottom of the first. Everyone on the edge of their seats here. Bases loaded, 3-2 count, 2 outs. Runners are going, and a foul tip by Waringer. Another 3-2 pitch here. Runners going. And another foul tip by Waringer. Some smart base running there. With the lead off, an early start can get you extra bases. And potentially a bigger lead. Draw ball. Here's the pitch. pokes one out just over the shortstop. 1 run will score. 2. That'll be a 2 RBI single for Brett Waringer. Turks now lead 4-0 in the bottom of the first. The Tom Sox infield having a little talk here. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the first. 4 now on the board for the Turks, following a 2-run RBI single by the third baseman, number 13, Brett Waringer. And it appears we're already going to have a pitching change here for the Tom Sox. Now stepping in from Coastal Carolina, the pitcher number 1, Chase Stryker. If you're just now tuning in, the Harrisonburg Turks taking on the Charlottesville Tom Sox here at Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Park in Harrisonburg. Runners on first and third. Harrisonburg Turks already up 4, 2 outs. As at the bottom of the order, the shortstop, number 27, Spencer Butt, steps into the batter's box. On the mound, replacing Hudson Trobaugh for the Tom Sox, is number 1, Chase Stryker. Your Stryker's first pitch of the night. Low and outside for ball number 1. Stryker eyeing down the runner. The pitch. Almost a swing there from Bud, but holds it back for ball number 2. Low and inside, that'll be strike number 1. Counts now 2-1, 2 outs. The throw, runner's going to go on first. The throw to second. Slides in, and he got him. That'll be out number 3. The Turks scoring 4 on 3 hits that inning, leaving a runner stranded on first and third. As we enter the top of the second inning, the Harrisonburg Turks leading the Charlottesville Tom Sox by a score of 4-0. On the mound for the Harrisonburg Turks is number 22, Carson Morton. Morton, a Wingate Bulldog, hoping to keep the Tom Sox scoreless once again. Now leading off here in the top of the second, the third baseman, number 21, Gavin Miller. Miller with a swing and a miss for strike number 1. The pitch. Foul ball straight back, and that'll be strike number 2. Miller settling back in. Morton shaking off the sign. The 0-2 pitch. High over the plate for ball number 1. Morton. Deep ball to left field. Fielder's running for it, settles under, and that'll be out number 1 here in the second inning. Now up to bat for the Tom Sox, the designated hitter, number 31, Ethan Gibson. Morton. Ball way outside, and that'll be ball number 1. No swing and a good eye, and that'll be ball number 2. Here's Morton. Foul tip, and that'll be strike number 1. Gibson settling back in. 2-1 pitch. Low and outside, and that'll be ball number 3. Three-one pitch. Low and outside. And Gibson will reach first base on a walk. Now at the plate, batting 7th in the order, the left fielder, number 32, David Wiley. Morton with the heater for strike number 1. Runner leading off. Here's Morton. Swing and a foul tip for strike number 2. Wiley stepping back in the box. Morton eyeing the runner. The 0-2 pitch. High over the plate for ball 1. Counts now 1-2, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And a foul tip pop-up. Count's going to remain 1-2. Here's Morton. The 1-2 pitch. Just past the third baseman. Runners will advance. And that will be a single for number 32, David Wiley. Runners now on first and second for the Tom Sox. And still one out. Now at the plate, batting eighth in the order, the first baseman, number 11, Jack McMullen. Here's Morton. No swing, and that'll be strike number 1. Runners on 1 and 2 leading off. Morton eyes him down. The throw. Low and outside, still no swing, and that's strike number 2. Morton awaits the sign. The throw. McMullen just taps it past the left field baseline. Count's going to remain 0-2. Chance to retire the batter here. The 0-2 pitch. And that'll be ball number 1. Here's Morton. No swing, and caught him looking for out number 2. Now at the plate, batting at the bottom of the order, the second baseman, number 6, Landon Bruce. Bruce, runners on first and second, a chance to get on the scoreboard for the Tom Sox. A good eye, and that'll be ball number 1. Here's Morton. No swing for strike 1. Morton settles in. The 1-1 pitch. Low and outside for ball number 2. Here's Morton. A high ball just past the right field baseline. That'll be foul for strike number 2. Counts now 2-2, 2 outs in the top of the second. Morton here, with a chance to retire the side. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Pokes it to the second baseman. The throw is good, and that'll be out number 3. Runners stranded on first and second for the Charlottesville Tom Sox. No runs on 1 hit. Harrisonburg Turks remain in the lead by a score of Turks 4, Tom Sox 0. Now in the box to start the bottom of the second. Batting at the bottom of the order, the shortstop, number 27, Spencer Butt. Butt pokes it to the first baseman. Pitcher comes over, and that'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. Now stepping into the batter's box for the Turks, at the top of the order, the center fielder, number 20, Anthony Pascal. Ball. Breaking ball for strike number 1. The pitch. And looks like a balk by Ball. Count remains 0-1. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Still no swing from Pascal. A good eye, and that'll be ball number 2. A wild pitch by Trobaugh there. Counts now 3-1. Trobaugh, the product out of Old Dominion. I'm going to shut down Pascal here. Pascal, a line drive, just fair. Pascal's going to go for 2. And a perfectly placed ball by Pascal, and that'll be a double to start off the second inning. Now at the plate for the Turks, the designated hitter, number 30, Cam Nelson. Nelson, the product out of Wake Forest, with a chance to extend the Turks' lead. Nelson watches it go by, and that'll be strike number 1. Counts now 1-1, 1 out. Runner on second for the Turks. Here's Trobaugh. Nelson holds back the swing, and that'll be strike number 2. The 1-2 pitch. Pokes it out to the shortstop. And a good stretch by the first baseman for out number 2. Great infield work by the Tom Sox there. Now approaching the plate, number 42, the left fielder, Chris Katz. Katz with an RBI single in the first, hoping to repeat his success at the plate here. Folks, now runners going. Easy tag out at second, and an error at first. 1 run will score. Turks now up 5. And that's now 2 RBIs on the night for Christopher Katz. 2 singles, 2 runs. I'd call that a good night. Now at the plate, playing on his home turf, the first baseman for the Turks, number 32, Jack Canizaro. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike number 1. Here's Troball. Low and inside, and that'll be strike number 2. Troball looking to end the inning here. Prevent any more runs from the Turks. Here's the pitch. And Canizaro just outside the third baseline. Count remains 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that'll be ball number 2. Here's Troball. And caught him looking. That's out number 3. Runner stranded on first for the Turks. Turks scoring 1 that inning on 2 hits. Score is now Harrisonburg Turks 5, Charlottesville Tom Sox 0. If you're just now joining us, thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of the Valley Baseball League. The Valley Baseball League is funded in part by a donation from Major League Baseball. Tonight, your Harrisonburg Turks taking on the Tom Sox of Charlottesville. As we enter the top of the third inning, Harrisonburg Turks leading by 5 with a score of Turks 5, Tom Sox 0. On the mound for the Turks, out of Wingate, number 22, Carson Morton. At the top of the order for the Tom Sox, the shortstop, number 2, Ryan Wynn. Wynn getting hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Hoping things go a little differently here in the third. Here's Morton. Wynn watches it go by, and that'll be strike number 1. Foul tip to the right field bleachers, and that'll be strike 2. Poach to the shortstop, the throw to first. Just in time, out number 1. Now approaching the batter's box for the Tom Sox, looking to make something happen. The right fielder, number 8, Tommy Rolled on. Rolled on, a swing and a miss, and that'll be strike number 1. Here's Morton. Another swing, another miss, and that'll be strike number 2. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, he's out of there. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Now approaching the plate for the Tom Sox, the center fielder, number 9, Johnny Lopez. Morton hoping to make it a quick inning, 1, 2, 3. Puts it low and inside for strike number 1. Pokes it to the first baseman. The toss to Morton, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Score remains Harrisonburg Turks 5, Charlottesville Tom Sox 0. As we begin the bottom of the third inning, at the plate for your Harrisonburg Turks, the second baseman, number 2, Jalen Evans. Evans posted just past the pitcher. The throw over to first. Close one, but umpire's going to call it an out. Now approaching the plate for your Harrisonburg Turks, the catcher, number 35, Matt Delgado. Delgado, a good eye. Ball low and outside for ball number 1. Here's Strobaugh. And still no swing for ball number 2. Delgado watches it go by, and that'll be strike number 1. High and inside, that'll be ball number 3. Counts now 3-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Delgado, a foul tip. Count is now 3-2. Here's true ball. Breaking ball, caught him looking, and that'll be out number 2. Now at the plate for the Turks, out of Marshall, the right fielder, number 34, Ethan Murdoch. Murdoch watches the curveball go by, and that'll be strike number 1. True ball. Another breaking ball, but this time it's ball number 1. The 1-1 pitch. Ball popped up high. Catcher's going to go for it. Makes the catch just outside the dugout, and that'll be out number 3. No hits there for the Turks. No runs. Score remains Harrisonburg Turks 5, Charlottesville Tom Sox 0. You're just now joining us. It's a beautiful night for baseball here at Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Park in Harrisonburg, Virginia. The Harrisonburg Turks taking on the Charlottesville Tom Sox in the South Division of the Valley Baseball League. Tonight's game, a rematch of the 2023 Valley Baseball League Championships. Last year, the Turks coming out on top to become your 2023 Valley Baseball League champions, hoping to repeat their success in the 2024 campaign. Up to bat now for the Tom Sox to start off the 4th inning. The catcher, number 30, Robbie Levy. Here's Morton. Swing and a miss for Levy. That'll be strike number 1. Pitch. Watches it go by, holds back the swing for strike number 2. The 0-2 pitch. High ball foul to the left. Count remains 0-2. Morton awaits the sign. The throw. A foul tip. Count is still 0-2. Levy settling in. Morton with the throw. Pokes to the shortstop. The throw to first. Just in time. Got him for out number 1. Some great infield work tonight by the Turks to keep the Charlottesville Tom Sox scoreless through 3. Next to bat for the Charlottesville Tom Sox, the third baseman, number 21, Gavin Miller. Miller, no swing, and that'll be strike number 1. Morton ball low outside, and that'll be ball number 1. Waits the sign. Here's the motion, the throw, swing and a miss for strike number 2. Counts now 1-2, 1 out, no runners on base for the Tom Sox. Foul tip straight back, count remains 1-2. Here's Morton. No swing. Ball 2. Two pitch. Poke just past the first baseline. Count remains 2-2. Low ball outside. We got a full count here in the 4th inning. Here's Morton with the pitch. Ball low and outside, and Gibson will reach, or excuse me, Miller will reach on a walk. Now to the plate, the designated hitter, number 31, Ethan Gibson. Low and outside, catcher makes a throw to first, no dice. Runner is safe on first, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch. And that'll be strike number 1. Count moves to 1-1 here in the top of the 4th. 1 runner on first for the Tom Sox, 1 out. Sox down 5. A foul tip, that's going to be strike number 2. Tom Sox scoreless through 3, looking to make something happen here in the top of the 4th. Here's Morton, a chance to retire the batter. 1-2 pitch. Deep ball to right field. Right fielder settling under it and makes the sliding catch for out number 2. An impressive slide into the right field fence. Some great work by number 34, Ethan Murdoch. Murdoch makes it 2 for the Turks. And a chance to hold the Tom Sox scoreless through 4. Now at the plate for the Tom Sox, the left fielder, number 32, David Wiley. Wiley is swinging a miss, and that'll be strike number 1. Here's Morton. Wiley swinging for the fences, but no luck, and that'll be strike number 2. Wiley settles in. Morton, the 0-2 pitch here. Low and outside for ball number 1. Catcher does a good job to stop that one. Prevent any runners from advancing. 2 outs here. Morton, the 1-2 pitch. The throw. And another ball low and outside for ball number 2. Here's Morton. Ball bounces, quick reflexes by Delgado there. And we have a full count here, top of the 4th, 2 outs. Runner on first for the Tom Sox, still no runs on the board. Morton eyeing down the runner leading off on first. The throw. High ball over the right field bleachers. Count remains 3-2. And a low ball outside, ball 4. Runners now on first and second for the Tom Sox. Now up to bat, the first baseman, number 11, Jack McMullen. Morton. Ball low and outside for ball number 1. Here's Morton again. And another ball low and outside. Counts now 2-0. Puts that one over the plate for strike number 1. Two outs here in the top of the 4th. Runners on first and second. Count is 2-1. McMullen looking to make something happen for the Tom Sox. Ball is low and outside. Count is now 2-2. A lot of twos here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on base for the Tom Sox. More a chance to retire the side. The throw. High ball to center field. Fielder's going to get under it. And the easy catch, route number 3. Runners left stranded on first and second. No runs, no hits, and no errors as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Harrisonburg Turks remain in the lead by a score of 5 to the Tom Sox 0. As we enter the bottom of the 4th inning here, we want to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Your Harrisonburg Turks taking on the Charlottesville Tom Sox in a South Division matchup here in the Valley Baseball League. The sun has set at Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Park in Harrisonburg. Turks currently up 5 to the Tom Sox 0. Leading off for the Turks, out of Georgetown, the third baseman, number 13, Brett Waringer. Fastball low and outside, and that will be ball number 1. Here's Trebaugh, the pitch. High ball inside, and that'll be ball number 2. Trebaugh. And no swing from Waringer for strike number 1. Count now moves to 2-1. Waringer pops one up to center field. And an easy catch for out number 1. Here at the bottom of the order, up to bat again, the shortstop, number 27, Spencer Butt. Butt watches it go by, and that'll be strike number 1. Butt, a swing and a miss. Counts now 0-2. Draw ball with the pitch. Low and inside for ball number 1. Draw ball, the 1-2 pitch. And Butt. Foul tip there. Count remains 1-2. Here's Strobaugh. Low ball outside for ball number 2. Count moves to 2-2. And another foul tip for Bud, this time over the home dugout. Count remains 2-2. Big swing and a big miss for strike number 3. Now have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Back at the top of the order for the Turks, the center fielder, number 20, Anthony Pascal. Pascal pokes one in between the defense, and that'll be a single for the first hit of the 4th inning for the Turks. Now at the plate, the designated hitter for the Turks, number 30, Cam Nelson. Nelson takes ball number 1. The pickoff attempt to first. Runner gets there in plenty of time. Runner is safe on first. One runner on for the Turks. 2 outs. Count is now 1-0. And another throw to first. Looks like a little bit of a warning there from Trobaugh. Here's the pitch. And a foul tip from Nelson as the count moves to 1-1. And once again, another pickoff attempt at first. Still no good. Pascal's going to remain safe on first. Nelson. Pascal's going. The throw to second. And got him. That'll be out number 3. No runs on 1 hit for the Turks as we enter the top of the 5th inning.
Harrisonburg 5 and Charlottesville with nothing. All right, baseball fans, please direct your attention now to the third base line for tonight's fast food race. And
If you're just now tuning in, thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of the Valley Baseball League. Your Harrisonburg Turks taking on the Charlottesville Tom Sox in a South Division matchup. As we enter the top of the 5th inning, now up to bat for the Tom Sox. At the bottom of the order, the second baseman, number 6, Landon Bruce. Bruce, a foul tip straight back, and that'll be strike number 1. Watches it go by, and that'll be strike number 2. No swing and a good eye, and that'll be ball number 1. Good eye for ball number 2. Counts now 2-2, no outs. Here's Morton. Ball high and inside for the full count. The 3-2 pitch. Another ball high and inside for the walk. Looks like the infield's going to come out and have a talk with Morton here. No outs on the board in the top of the 5th. Runner on first for the Tom Sox. And looks like we're going to get a pitching substitution for the Turks here. Now on the mound for the Turks, a product out of East Carolina University, number 24, Nick Parham. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong roster there. Now pitching for the Turks is number 24, Hudson Lee. Lee pitching out of Wake Forest. Lee warming up here. Currently in the top of the 5th inning, no outs, runner on first for the Charlottesville Tom Sox. Harrisonburg Turks maintaining their lead in tonight's ball game by a score of Turks 5, Tom Sox nothing. Now batting for the Tom Sox at the top of the order, the shortstop, number 2, Ryan Wynn. And a little warning throw from Lee there. Count remains 0-0. Here's the pitch. Ball low and outside for ball number 1. Here's Lee. And another throw to first. Still no good. Runner is safe. Seems to be more of a warning throw. Don't mess with me warning. Counts 1-0. Ball low and outside for ball number 2. Lee, runners going. A throw to second. No good. Error by the second baseman. A little bit of a wild throw, and runner will be safe at third. That is 2 stolen bases for the runner. Tom Sox in scoring position here as Lee throws the 3-1 pitch. Still no outs here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and looks like the bat might have slipped out of Wynn's hand there. Almost into the home dugout. Count is now 3-2. A heck of a swing there. And if he could just get the ball to go that far, Tom Sox might have a little more success. Runner on third, counts 3-2, no outs here in the top of the 5th. Pokes it to first, the tag out, and the Tom Sox will score their first run of the night To make the score, Harrisonburg Turks 5, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. Now in the box for the Tom Sox, the right fielder, number 8, Tommy Roldan. And Delgado's going to go have a talk with Lee here. No pitches thrown yet. Count is 0-0, 1 out. Roldan struggling at the plate tonight, currently 0 for 2. Hoping to get his first hit of the night here, as Lee settles back in on the mound. Here comes the pitch. And a foul tip to the left field bleachers for strike number 1. Here's Lee. A high pop-up to the left fielder. Cat settling under it. Makes the catch for out number 2. And another fly out for Tommy Roldan. Batting third in the order, the center fielder, number 9, Johnny Lopez. Lopez a ground out in his last at bat. Chance to make something happen here. And a good eye for ball number 1. And watches that one go by, and that'll be ball number 2. Counts now 2-0, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And still no swing for ball number 3. And 4 straight pitches for ball number 4. Runner now on first for the Tom Sox. Next to bat for the Tom Sox, the catcher, number 30, Robbie Levy. He eyes the runner, the throw. High ball going foul, and that'll be strike number 1. Runner leading off on first. Count is 0-1, 2 outs. The throw from Lee. Inside for ball number 1. Lee. Swing and a miss from Levy for ball number 2. Count moves to 1-2, 2 outs. Lee with a chance to put it away here. Runner's going. The throw to second. No good. Runner is safe on second. Count is 2-2, 2 outs. Stolen base for Lopez. Levy now with a runner in scoring position. Watches it go by, and we've got a full count. Here's Lee to retire the side. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. Tom Sox managing to get on the board there. Score is now Harrisonburg Turks 5, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1, as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning here. Cam Nelson at the plate for the Turks. Count is 2-1. Nelson swinging out of his shoes there. It's going to be a foul tip for strike number 2. The 2-2 pitch. And hits Pascal in the back for the walk. Now up to bat for the Harrisonburg Turks, number 42, the left fielder, Chris Katz. Katz with 2 RBI singles tonight to give his Turks the 5-1 lead. Low and outside, and that'll be ball number 1. We also have a pitching change for the Charlottesville Tom Sox. Now stepping in out of George Washington University, number 10, Aiden Alexander. Alexander waiting for the sign. Runner on first for the Turks. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Katz. Here's Alexander. High and outside for ball number 2. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Count is 2-2. Katz, 2 RBI singles in this game already. Here's the throw. And another ball high and outside for the 3-2 count. Here's Alexander. Ball inside for ball number 4. Runners now on first and second for the Turks. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Now at the plate for your Harrisonburg Turks, the first baseman, number 32, Jack Canizaro. Canizaro playing on his home turf. Currently a junior here at James Madison University. No outs, chance to extend the lead here for the Turks. A bunt just down the first base baseline. Runner is out at first, but runners will advance to second and third. Scoring position for the Turks. Now at the plate for the Harrisonburg Turks, the second baseman, number 2, Jalen Evans. Ball low and outside, and that'll be ball number 1. Here's Alexander, the pitch. High ball for Evans in the left center field. Fielder settles under it. Runner's going to tag up, and the score is now 6-1. Next to bat for the Turks, the catcher, number 35, Matt Delgado. Delgado, a foul tip, and that'll be strike number 1. Runner on second here. Turks having just scored 1 off of A sacrifice fly. Chance to extend their lead more. And another swing and another miss from Delgado for strike number 2. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Alexander. And Delgado pokes it just outside of first base. Count remains 0-2. Alexander eyes down the runner. The pitch. Another swing, another miss for Delgado. And that'll do it for the 5th inning. Turks scoring 1 off of 1 hit there. Score is now Harrisonburg Turks 6, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. As we enter the top of the 6th inning, a defensive substitution for the Turks. Now playing shortstop, replacing number 27 Spencer Butt, is number 8 Jack Torbett. Hudson Lee once again on the mound for the Turks. Bit of a wild pitch inside. And Gavin Miller does a great job to dodge that one. Count is 1-0. Miller with a foul tip there. Counts now 1-1. Miller is 1 for 2 on the night. Here's Lee with the pitch. And just inside, or just outside, for strike number 2. This time a little too far out for ball number 2. Counts now 2-2, no outs here in the top of the 6th. Lee. And almost a swing there from Miller. Does his best to hold it back, and counts now 3-2. And a swing and a miss, and that'll be the first out of the 6th inning. Now approaching the plate, number 31, the designated hitter for the Tom Sox, Ethan Gibson. Here's a Lee. And Gibson watches it go by for strike number 1. Pitch, a swing and a miss for Gibson. Strike 2. Here's Lee. And that'll be ball number 1. Counts now 1-2, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Tom Sox still down 5. 1-2 pitch. Make it 2-2. Just now joining us, the score is Harrisonburg Turks 6, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. And another ball a little far inside, and another full count here for Hudson Lee. Ethan Gibson at the plate, hoping to make something happen here for the Sox. A foul tip straight backward, count remains 3-2. Here's Lee, the 3-2 pitch. And pops it up to the pitcher. The throw to first. And look at that speed. That'll be out number 2. A great throw and a great recovery by Hudson Lee. Lee, the product out of Wake Forest, showing that D1 arm. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Now up to bat for the Tom Sox, the left fielder, number 32, David Wiley. Lee with a side arm for strike 1. Lee again. And no swing from Wiley. Strike 2. Lee a chance to retire the side here and hold the Tom Sox scoreless. 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a swing. Strike 3, out 3. Tom Sox score none that inning. No hits, no errors. As we enter the bottom of the 6th inning, Harrisonburg Turks leading by 5 by a score of 6 to the Tom Sox 1. And now approaching the plate for the Harrisonburg Turks to start at the bottom of the 6th inning is number 34, the right fielder, Ethan Murdoch. Returning to the mound for the Tom Sox, number 10, Aiden Alexander. Here's Alexander with the first pitch. That ball just high and inside for strike number 1. Here comes the throw. And that ball well and outside for ball number 1. Alexander. A ball, that one might stay fair and just outside the third base baseline for strike number 2. Counts now 1-2, no outs. Murdoch settling back in. Alexander waiting the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss from Murdoch for out number 1. Now at the plate for the Turks, the third baseman, number 13, Brett Waringer. Alexander gets one over the plate, and the count is now 1-1. Here's the throw. And that ball foul to the right field bleachers for strike number 2. Counts now 1-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Turks remain in the lead. Aiden Alexander, the 1-2 pitch. And that's 2 straight strikeouts for the Turks. And 2 outs here at the bottom of the 6th. And Jack Torbett now at the plate for the Turks in his first at bat of the night, replacing the shortstop, number 27, Spencer Butt. And a swing and a miss to make the count 1-1. That ball high and outside. Count is now 2-1. Alexander. And Torbett, a high foul ball. Count is now 2-2. Alexander settles back in. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. No hits, no runs, and no errors for the Turks here in the bottom of the 6th. Score remains Harrisonburg Turks 6, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. If you're just now joining us, thank you for tuning in to the Valley Baseball League. The Valley Baseball League is funded in part by a donation from Major League Baseball. Tonight, the Harrisonburg Turks taking on the Tom Sox of Charlottesville in a South Division matchup of the Valley Baseball League. Tonight's game, a rematch of the 2023 Valley Baseball League Championships, which the Turks came out on top. Turks hoping to extend their win streak to 3 here, and Charlottesville looking to get another win on the board. If you see a familiar face in the dugout there, that is former MLB star and Pittsburgh Pirate pitcher Randy Tomlin, who pitched in 106 Major League games across his 5-year career in the Bigs. Leading off here in the top of the 7th for the Tom Sox is going to be number 11, the first baseman, Jack McMullen. And remaining on the mound for the Turks, number 24, out of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, Hudson Lee. Lee settles in on the mound, waiting for the sign. Here's the first pitch of the seventh. A swing and a miss for strike number one. Lee again. This time no swing and a good eye for ball number one. And watches it go by for strike number two. Huge swing and a miss for strike number three, and that's going to be the first out in the seventh inning. Up to bat at the bottom of the order for the Sox, the second baseman, number 6, Landon Bruce. Bruce no swing, strike one. Lee. And let's see, another swing, another miss. And that is strike number two. And high over the plate for ball number one. That's now 1-2, 1 out. Here in the top of the seventh. Lee. Ball low and outside. Counts now 2-2. And another one a little wide. Count is now 3-2, 1 out. And a foul ball poked just over the press box. Count remains 3-2. Lee to retire the batter. And pokes that one to the shortstop. A great catch. The throw is good to first. And that'll be out number two. Great reflexes by Torbett there. And a great catch by Canizaro. Great infield teamwork there by the Turks. As we approach the top of the order again, the shortstop for the Tom Sox, number 2, Ryan Wynn at the plate. Here's Lee. And no swing for strike number one. And that one foul to the right field bleachers for strike number two. Lee now a chance to retire the side. And hold the Tom Sox scoreless once again. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Big swing, big miss. Strike three, out three to end the top of the seventh inning. No hits, no runs, and no errors for the Turks. The score remains Harrisonburg Turks 6, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1 as we enter the bottom of the seventh inning. And as we enter the 7th inning stretch in tonight's ball game, a pitching change for the Charlottesville Tom Sox. Now stepping in for Patrick Henry Community College, number 17, Landon Ibrabson. If you're just now joining us, the Harrisonburg Turks leading the Charlottesville Tom Sox by a score of 6-1. Bottom of the 7th here. Iverson warming up on the mound. And now leading off in the bottom of the 7th for your Harrisonburg Turks. At the top of the order, the center fielder, number 20, Anthony Pascal. And Iverson's first pitch tonight, kind of a wild ball there. High and inside for ball number 1. This time high and outside for ball number 2. Iverson, the 2-0 pitch. And that'll be 3 straight balls. Counts now 3-0, no outs. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Pascal at the plate. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and Pascal will reach first base on a walk. Iverson walking his first batter of the night. And now up to bat for your Harrisonburg Turks, the designated hitter, number 30, Cam Nelson. And the heater there from Iverson just inside. It's going to be ball number 1. Turks up 6-1. Runner on first here. Bottom of the 7th. Runner's going to go. The throw to second is no good. It looks like it popped off the bag there. Runner is safe at second. Pascal using those quick feet, and that's going to be another stolen base on the season for him. Count is 1-1. Runner on second. Iverson settling back in. Here's the pitch. And watches it go by for strike number 2. Here's Nelson, the 1-2. And caught him looking, strike 3. And now approaching the plate, the left fielder, number 42, Chris Katz. And it looks like a balk by Ibramson there, and runner will advance to third. Runner now in scoring position for the Turks. Counts 0-0, one out. And ball high and inside. Ball number 1 against Cats. Cats already has 2 RBI singles tonight. Turks up 5 and a chance to extend their lead to 6. Cats takes the strike. Counts now 1-1. Ibramson. And ball low and outside. Umpire's going to count it as a swing. Count is now 1-2. Cats here. A base hit could mean an extension of the lead. And pokes one out to right. That is just outside the first base baseline. Count remains 1-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Runner on third for the Turks. Iverson settling in, eyeing down the runner. 1-2 pitch. And Cats a deep ball. And just over the fielder. 1 run's going to score. Cats almost goes for third. It's going to stay at second. And that is 3 RBIs on the night for Cats. Cats is 4 for 4. One RBI single, 2 RBI single, and now another RBI, this time on a double. Cats having himself a night. Turks now extend their lead to 6. Score is Harrisonburg Turks 7, Charlottesville Tomahawks 1. Now pinch hitting for the Turks, number 19, Jackson Harris. Harris a foul tip for his first swing of the night. Count is 0-1, 1 out. Top of the 7th. Excuse me, bottom of the 7th. Harris eyes it down for strike number 2. Here's Ibramson. 0-2 pitch. And caught him looking for strike number 3. Off to bat once again, the second baseman for your Harrisonburg Turks, number 2, Jalen Evans. Evans a runner on second. And watches it go by for strike number 1. Runner still in scoring position for the Turks, a chance to extend their lead. And that ball high over the plate. Count is now 1-1. Cats leading off on second. Ibramson shaking off the sign. The 1-1 pitch. And a high breaking ball. That's going to be ball number 2. 2-1 count. Ibramson a little bit of heat there, and looks like possibly a misread by the catcher. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain there. Runner advances to third. Count is 3-1, 2 outs. Looks like it might have potentially hit his finger on his throwing hand. Or maybe his wrist. Definitely in quite a bit of pain here. And it looks like that'll do it for the catcher for the Tom Sox. Number 30, Robbie Levy. Iverson put a decent amount of heat on that one. It looks like Levy might have just misread it there. And now replacing Levy behind the mound is going to be number 18 out of Auburn, Cale Strickland. Back at the top of the seventh here. Count is 3-1, 2 outs. A defensive change for the Tom Sox. Stepping in for number 30, Robbie Levy, is number 18, Cale Strickland out of Auburn. Looks like Levy was struck by a pitch. And another wild pitch from Ibramson. This time it hits Evans in the head for the walk. Ibramson might need to be careful there. If he keeps throwing wild like that, there may be a potential for penalty for the Tom Sox. And now at the plate for your Harrisonburg Turks, the catcher, number 35, Matt Delgado. And Delgado watches it go by for strike number 1. pitch. Swing and a miss to make it strike number 2. Iverson, bit of a wild inning here. A chance to retire the side. Count is 2-2, 2 outs. And ball high and inside. Count is now 1-2. Here's Iverson. And Delgado poking it just past third base for the foul ball. Count remains 1-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th here, Turks already having scored 1 in this inning. Score is Harrisonburg Turks 7, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. And swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll do it for the Turks here in the bottom of the 7th. As before, the Harrisonburg Turks leading by 6 with a score of 7-1. Now, leading off at the top of the 8th inning for the Charlottesville Tom Sox is going to be the right fielder, number 8, Tommy Roldan. On the mound once again for the Turks, number 24, Hudson Lee. Turks up 7-1 on the Tom Sox. We're going to close things out here tonight and extend their win streak to 3. And Roldan swung at that. It looks like it may have hit his hand there. And that will be a walk for the Tom Sox to start the 8th inning. Now at the plate for the Sox, the center fielder, number 9, Johnny Lopez. Lopez runner on first. No outs. And another bit of a wild pitch there by Lee. Almost hits Lopez. That ball high and inside. Swing and a miss. Count is now 1-1. That ball low and inside. Swing and a miss. Counts now 1-2. Lee. Lopez pokes a single to right field. Runner advances to third. Runners now on first and third, and no outs for the Tom Sox here in the top of the eighth. A chance to cut down the Turks' lead. Now up to bat for the Turks, the catcher, number 18, out of Auburn, Cale Strickland. Here's Lee with the pitch. Strickland watches it go by for strike number one. Strickland a high foul ball over the right field bleachers for the 0-2 count. Lee settles in. And just inside for ball number one. Counts now 1-2, no outs. Once again, runners in scoring position for the Tom Sox. Still down 6. And he caught him looking there. And it looks like Strickland may have been a little upset with the call there, but regardless, that is one out here in the top of the eighth. Lee with a pickoff attempt there. No good. Runner is still safe at first. Runner also on third base, scoring position for the Sox. Now at the plate is the third baseman, number 21, Gavin Miller. Umpire having a word with the dugout. Looks like Strickland is still upset about that call. That ball high and inside for ball number one. Miller a chance to cut down the lead here. And umpire's going to chat on that one. They're going to call it ball two. Count is now 2-0, one out here in the top of the eighth. A pop-up just over the press box for strike one. Lee, the 2-1 pitch. And Miller watches it go by for the 2-2 count. Lee, a little warning pickoff over to first. Runner is safe. Chance to make it 2 outs here. The throw. And we've got a full count here in the top of the eighth. You're just now joining us. Runners on first and third for the Sox. 3-2. The pitch. And that ball's high and inside. And once again, it looks like it might have hit the batter, possibly on the hand. Miller wincing a little bit. Bases now loaded for the Tom Sox. One out in the top of the eighth. And coach is going to come have a word with Lee. Lee getting a bit wild here in the eighth. A potential pitching change for the Turks. We'll keep you updated. now stepping into the box for the Tom Sox, the designated hitter, number 31, Ethan Gibson. And it looks like the Turks will leave Lee on the mound here. As before, 1 out, bases loaded for the Tom Sox, a chance to cut down the Turks' lead. Harrisonburg Turks still leading by 6 with a score of 7 to the Tom Sox 1. Gibson at the plate. Watches it go by, and well placed by Lee for strike number 1. Lee again. A foul tip for strike 2. Chance to make it 2 outs here for Lee. Lee awaits the sign. 0-2 count, bases loaded. Here comes Lee. And that ball going inside for ball 1. Counts now 1-2, 1 out. Lee. Big swing and a miss for out number 2. Bases rain loaded for the Tom Sox. Lee looking to close out the inning here and hold the Tom Sox scoreless and maintain their 6-run lead. Stepping into the box now for the Tom Sox, the left fielder, number 32, David Wiley. Here's Lee. Wiley pokes it to the shortstop. The throw to first is good. Runners stranded on each base for the Tom Sox. No runs in the top of the 8th. Score remains Harrisonburg Turks 7, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. If you're just now joining us, thank you for tuning in to the Valley Baseball League. The Valley Baseball League is funded in part by a donation from Major League Baseball. Tonight, your Harrisonburg Turks taking on the Tom Sox of Charlottesville in the South Division matchup here in the Valley Baseball League. Tonight's game, a rematch of the 2023 Valley Baseball League Championships, which saw the Harrisonburg Turks come out on top and be crowned your 2023 champions. Turks looking to extend their win streak to 3, while Charlottesville looks to put another win on the board. And after some wild pitches for Ibramson, we're going to have another pitching change. This is the 4th pitcher tonight for the Tom Sox. Stepping in is number 45, the product out of the Davidson Wildcats, Will Banks. as we start at the bottom of the 8th inning. A pinch hitter for the Harrisonburg Turks, number 16, JT Andorowski. Andorowski successful right off the bat, pun intended. And he's going to go for 2 on an error by the outfielder. Goes for 3. And an error by the left fielder leads to a triple right off the bat for JT Andorowski. Andorowski getting things started early. How about that? Coming off the bench, coming out of the dugout, and immediately getting a triple. Andorowski will be happy with that one. Now to bat for the Turks, number 19, the third baseman, Jackson Harris. Harris with a strikeout in his first at bat. Counts 1-1, no outs. And Harris, a deep ball to right field, caught out. The throw to home is no good. And Turks push their lead to 7. JT Andorowski immediately coming into the game, a triple, and now steals home, or tags home, to extend the Turks' lead. Score is now Harrisonburg Turks 8, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. Andorowski, a difference maker in tonight's game. Jack Torbett poking it to the third baseman. The throw to first. An error. He's going to go for second. The throw is no good, and that'll be a double for number 8, Jack Torbett. Error by the first baseman. It was going to be a single. Just sailed over his head, and Torbett is now on second. A little bit of fire for the Turks, gaining some momentum here. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Now approaching the plate at the top of the order, the center fielder, number 20, Anthony Pascal. And that'll be strike number 1 for Pascal. Ball low and outside. That'll be ball number 1. Counts now 1-1, 1 out here in the top of the 8th, or excuse me, the bottom of the 8th. My mistake. Pascal, a runner on second. Banks on the mound. A throw. And another ball low and outside. Umpire's going to call that a swing for strike 2. Banks awaits the sign. As the runner, the throw, a swing and a miss for Pascal, and that's going to be out number 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Runner still on second for the Turks, as number 33, pinch hitting for the Turks, is the designated hitter, Luke Hatcher. Hatcher, a product out of West Georgia, with a runner in scoring position. Here's Banks. And a bit of an error by the catcher. Low ball in the dirt. Runner will stay at second. Count is now 1-0. A deep ball to left center for Hatcher. And center fielder drops it. One runner will score. Hatcher going to second. And that will be a RBI double for Hatcher right off the bat. Pun intended. Now up to bat, the left fielder for the Turks, number 42, Chris Katz. Katz with 3 RBIs on the night. And another low in the dirt ball for Banks. Catcher doing a great job to get to it. The runner will remain on second. Counts 1-0, 2 outs. Banks awaits the sign, eyes the runner. Here's the throw. And Katz pokes it just past the shortstop. Another run's going to come home. Katz stays at first. And the Turks now lead by 9. The score is Harrisonburg Turks 10, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. Turks building some momentum. Just on a roll here. And now stepping up to bat is the third baseman, number 19, Jackson Harris. Looking to capitalize, keep things going for the Turks. And a foul ball over the left field bleachers for strike 1. And just want to put an emphasis on Christopher Katz's performance here tonight. Made a couple of clutch catches and just 4 RBIs on the night off of 3 separate singles. What a performance from Katz. And Harris pops it straight up. That's going to be strike 2. 2 outs here. Banks chance to end it. And send it to the top of the 9th. Tom Sox are going to have a lot of work to do in the 9th inning. Currently down 9. Got to make something happen here. And that ball high and outside for ball 1. Counts now 1-2, 2 outs. And Harris pops that one to the infield. The throw to first, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 8th. Turks scoring 3 on 2 hits. And the score is Harrisonburg Turks 10, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1 as we enter the top of the 9th. The Tom Sox will look to have a big inning. Don't really have a choice here. They have to put some runs on the board. Currently down 9. And a lot of ground to make up here. As always, thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of the Valley Baseball League. And a defensive substitution for the Turks. Remaining in the lineup after his triple coming into the 8th inning is number 16 in right field, JT Andorowski. A huge 8th inning for the Turks, scoring 3 runs off 2 hits. And putting another highlight on number 42, Christopher Katz for the Turks. 4 RBIs on the night on 4 separate hits. Counting his walk, Katz is 5 for 5. 3 singles, 1 double, but has definitely been the key point in tonight's game for the Turks. Lee on the mound once again for the Turks. And leading off, top of the 9th here, the first baseman for the Tom Sox, Jack McMullen. And McMullen is going to poke one just barely fair, maybe a ball's length fair. The throw to second, and McMullen is safe just in time for the leadoff double. And against my earlier statement, now on the mound for the Turks is number 21 out of UMBC, Benjamin Craig. And strike 1 against Landon Bruce here for the Tom Sox. Craig, the closer here, looking to end it. Turks up 9 in the bottom or the top of the 9th. Delgado, the quick reflexes, count is now 1-1. Bruce, a runner on second, hoping to inspire something from the Tom Sox here. A lot of ground to make up, and not a lot of time to do it. And watches it go by for strike number 2. It counts now 1-2. Craig waiting for the sign. Settles in. The pitch. And caught him looking for strike 3. That'll be the first out of the 9th inning. Returning to the top of the order, the shortstop up to bat for the Tom Sox, number 2, Ryan Wynn. And that'll be strike number 1. Wynn is 0 for 4 on the night with 1 RBI. Count is 0-1. And still no swing. That'll be strike number 2. Here's Craig. And just like that, 1, 2, 3. No swing from Wynn. And struck out looking. Craig with a runner on second, the chance to end tonight's ball game. Now stepping into the box, the right fielder for the Tom Sox, number 8, Tommy Roldan. Ball low and inside for ball number 1. This could be it for the Tom Sox. Turks looking to shut things down here. That ball low and outside for ball number 2. Here's Craig. The throw. A high ball to center field. Shortstop's getting under it. And that'll do it for tonight's ball game. The Harrisonburg Turks taking down the Charlottesville Tom Sox with a score of Harrisonburg Turks 10, Charlottesville Tom Sox 1. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast here at Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Park in Harrisonburg. The Turks on a win streak of 3, taking down the Charlottesville Tom Sox by a score of 10-1. The Turks will be back in action tomorrow against Waynesboro at Waynesboro. As always, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again. And go Turks!